But Uncle John, Bob Jones University ended its racist rules over 12 years ago, just because the administration at Bob Jones University haven't specifically said that they have changed their minds about segregationist theology does not mean that they haven't.
That's a good point, Connor. And I would honestly like nothing more than to believe that Bob Jones University has genuinely evolved and has finally come to embrace the civil rights movement as one of the most courageous and inspiring periods in American history. But the fact is, Connor, you can go to Bob Jones University's website today and click on their calendar of events and go to the month of January and see for yourself how they still refuse to even acknowledge Martin Luther King Day.
Well, if they still do not celebrate Martin Luther King Day, then I strongly disagree with them on that issue. But that is, after all, only one issue. Why should I let this one disagreement stop me from going to school there?
That is a valid question, Connor. But try using that logic someday with a company that tells you that they are not willing to take the risk of hiring you because they believe that you might be uncomfortable working with fellow employees of different ethnic backgrounds and lifestyles, simply because you attended Bob Jones University.
Uncle John, is that really possible?
Connor, I know that this might be difficult to imagine right now, but for the rest of your life, people are going to ask you where you went to college. And if you go to Bob Jones University, most people are going to associate you with that school. And a lot of people who have never lived in the South only know one thing about Bob Jones University, and that is the fact that Bob Jones University was disgraced back in the year 2000, when the news media exposed Bob Jones University's racist history to the entire country. Now you might not think that it is fair for people to associate you with any of those previous rules. But Connor, that is how life works. People make judgments about your intelligence and character because of the college that you attended. I just don't want you to have to spend your entire life dealing with all of these negative stereotypes that are associated with Bob Jones University.
I guess I can see how that could be a problem.
Absolutely. But it doesn't stop there. Connor, the job market is becoming increasingly competitive, and it's getting more and more difficult to find a good job that will support a family. In the future, you are going to be competing with some very smart people for these jobs, and I honestly just don't want anything to stand in your way of having a successful career.
But I've heard that employers don't really care about where you went to college. They only care about whether or not you have a 4-year degree.
Picture yourself in 4 years. You have just graduated from Bob Jones University, and you are applying for your first real job. You are sitting in an office, waiting for an important job interview. In that room, there are 5 other recent college graduates. They are graduates of Duke University, The Ohio State University, Wheaton College, the University of Florida, and Penn State University. This company has one position to fill, and they are going to hire the most promising candidate. Connor, nothing sounds promising about a guy who went to a school named Bob.
Are you saying that if I go to Bob Jones University, future employers are going to laugh at me?
No. That is not what will happen. They will not laugh at you. Connor, what will happen is something much worse than having somebody laugh at you. They will simply give you a sympathetic look that will tell you that they just do not take your college degree seriously at all. It will be a look that tells you that they feel sorry that you did not have the opportunity to attend a traditional college that properly prepared you for the job market of the 21st century.
That's kind of hard to believe. I mean, I will only be in college for 4 years. It's hard to see how going to Bob Jones University is going to ruin my chances of getting a good job.
But college isn't just a place where you go to school for 4 years. When you graduate from a university, It will become a part of your identity for the rest of your life, especially if you attend a non-traditional college like Bob Jones University.
Okay. Maybe Bob Jones University has a lot of crazy rules, and maybe people think that Bob Jones University has a weird name. But why don't you believe that BJU is a traditional college? Is it because their campus is constructed almost completely out of yellow bricks?
No. What I mean is that Bob Jones University is not regionally accredited. It's that simple.
Oh, yeah. I was given a brochure that clearly explains how regional accreditation is directly linked to our society's out-of-wedlock birth rate, and that type of accreditation is therefore unacceptable for Christian colleges. Uncle John, you do not want me to become pregnant, do you?
Actually, that would be physiologically impossible. Haven't you ever taken a biology class?
No. During high school, I learned how to make Welsh rabbit, remember?
Oh, that's right. Anyway, the truth is that because Bob Jones University is not regionally accredited, their degrees are not considered to be the equivalent of regular college degrees.
That's just your opinion.
No, it's not. And that's actually the point. You shouldn't be relying on anyone else's opinion when it comes to making such a huge financial investment. You should personally do the research before you make any decision about college. Connor, listen to me very carefully. You need to visit the South Carolina Commission on Higher Education website. Once you are there, you need to search for a document that's called College Degrees in South Carolina, an employer's guide, under a section entitled Evaluating Applicant Degrees. The Commission clearly points out that Bob Jones University is not a traditional academic university. In fact, the Commission goes so far as to place Bob Jones University into a completely separate category with technical colleges.
Are you serious? Why haven't I heard about any of this before?
Unfortunately, there are no current laws that I am aware of that would require Bob Jones University to disclose this information or admit to their students that they are not regionally accredited. They also probably won't volunteer to tell you that specific majors like engineering and nursing are not accredited by the recognized professional organizations. Basically, they are free to mislead you into thinking that regional accreditation and programmatic accreditation are no big deal.
But I have heard that the administration at Bob Jones University might pursue regional accreditation in the future. Isn't this possible?
Sure, anything's possible. But even if they decided to apply for regional accreditation on your very first day of school, I don't believe there is any way that they would ever receive the accreditation before you graduate in 4 years. And because regional accreditation is not retroactive, you would never get to enjoy the benefits of having a degree from a regionally accredited college. And besides, Bob Jones University may never apply for regional accreditation, or they may simply be denied regional accreditation. It's anyone's guess.
This is all getting to be very confusing.
I know it is. But out of everything that we've talked about so far, Bob Jones University's lack of regional accreditation is the number one reason why you should never go there. There are some employers who won't even recognize a degree unless it comes from a college that's regionally accredited. Lots of other colleges won't recognize any of your academic work. And any future hopes of using a Bob Jones degree to gain acceptance into a graduate degree program at a respectable university will be greatly diminished. Connor, don't even go for one semester because it would be highly unlikely that another college would ever accept any of your credits from BJU since it is not regionally accredited.
I will have to think about all of this.
I understand. Just let me leave you with one final question. Given the potential nightmare that you may face in the future as a result of attending Bob Jones University, and given all of the amazing Christian colleges that are available to you, why would you even consider wasting an enormous amount of money and 4 very important years of your life at Bob Jones University? Remember this: you do not want to graduate from Bob Jones University only to realize later that you have a degree that people will not recognize or respect, and you do not want to realize after you graduate that you are completely unprepared to compete in the job market of the 21st century.